everyone super late, but I'm a mess around anyway. If you're up for some reason, come say hi. If not, sleep well. Alright, what do we got going on over here? Sleep well. Alright, so I'm thinking like we're gonna go for like an hour probably. Normally this is when I end my stream, but we got started late. We got started very late. So we're just gonna fuck around, see what's up. Have a little KOTOR party. Fuck it. Have a good time. Maybe we'll go all night. Maybe this is a 12-hour stream. It's not. I have work tomorrow. Is that a crash? All right. Developed by BioWare. Corporation. Before they got bought by EA. Also made by LucasArts. Before they got bought by Disney. Alright, we should be golden. So, my quick save is gone. So I have an autosave at 34:45. A real save at 34:20. I have a game save at 34:41. So I think my autosave at 34:45 is my latest save. And I'm single and on Manon. So my assumption is... Oh, wow. Oh, my screen resolution fucked up. Oh, it doesn't like me when I do that. Oh, yeah, I broke something. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. Alright. Alright, technical difficulty screen. Okay. Alright. I broke that. Let's see if we can fix it by doing this. No. Okay, we real broke it. Oh, man, we broke it. Ooh. Ooh, Ooh, wow. Okay, that is a fucking break. Alright. Okay. Had to fucking pull out Task Manager on that one. Oh boy. Alright. That's how you know you fuck it, when Task Manager's required. There we go. Alright. Let's try this again. So we closed widescreen, so it should boot into a real resolution. It did. Great. Alright, let's try that again. Let's try it again. This time I gotta be a little more careful when I try and fix my UI. That's great. Alright. Okay, that's great. Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if it works now. Just gotta make sure it sticks to a real resolution. Okay. 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 Autosave. We're fine. It's fixed. Okay, perfect. Oh, did not expect the first 6 minutes of the stream to be that. Alright, let's go. Oh. And I quick save. Oh. I've disabled Twitch chat. There we go. I guess I don't need Twitch chat, actually, come to think of it. Because it shows up on the screen anyway, right? Oh, well. No, that's not true. I might need the mod buttons at some point. Already technical difficulties. We fixed it, Maid. We're done with that. We got the game running. I just made a bit of an oopsie when there was a UI mistake. And then I was like, oh, I can fix the UI mistake if I quickly change my resolution. And I set the game's resolution to, like, 3 times the size of my monitor. Typical whoopsie. Welcome back, Raven and Brea. I see you've come alone. That is good. I assume you're here to discuss... Also, welcome, mate. I'm surprised you're up this late. Discuss the business of the Gino Harden. You should probably get some sleep, young lady. Zulan Centaur is dead. Yes, Raven and Brea, I'm aware of this. Our agents have been keeping a close eye on you, though I doubt you saw them. They were there when Zulan met his untimely end, and as promised, here's your reward for the task. A blaster developed exclusively for the use of those within our guild. It will serve you well, I am sure. This assignment was only the beginning, Raven and Brea, a small test, which I'm pleased to say you passed, but a new, more difficult challenge awaits you. There are 3 targets that Gino Harden wants you to remove. If you can eliminate all 3, then you will gain full membership in our ancient guild. The first is a Gamorrean named Vorn Drassad. The second a shapeshifter named Rulan Prolik. The third is a Selkith named Ithrak Guldar. Tell me about Vorn Drassad. Vorn is a freelancer bounty hunter. He's very, very good, but he's a bit too sadistic for our taste. He likes to sacrifice an efficient kill for the pleasure of watching his victims suffer. The Gino Harden will tolerate a certain amount of competition, but Vorn has become too dangerous. You'd be surprised at how much political damage one rogue assassin can inflict. Vorn was last seen on Tatooine. We suspect he's taking a break from hunting sentience by going after a great dragon. We don't want to see him leave the Doomsea alive. Any tips for this mission? Just be careful when you face off against him. Vorn doesn't travel alone. He's got an assault droid close at hand. The two of them make a formidable pair. Tell me about Rulan Prolik. We don't know much about Rulan, except he's one-of-a-kind shapeshifter. We don't even know if it's a natural ability or some sort of powerful alien technology. But we suspect he's behind several prominent assassinations on the Outer Rim. The Gino Harden are worried he might move his operations closer to the Galactic Core. With his ability to assume virtually any form, he can wreak havoc in the Galactic Senate. We aren't about to let that happen. Any tips for this mission? Finding Rulan won't be easy, but we have reports he may be on Kashyyyk. He's probably honing his skills by hunting the dangerous creatures in the Shadowlands. Tell me about Ithrak Golder. Ithrak isn't violent like Rulin or Vorn, but in many ways he's far more dangerous. He's a con artist and a blackmailer who's taken millions of credits from rich and powerful families. He also deals in secrets and information, and these can be far more deadly than any blaster. But Ithrak is careful. We know he's somewhere here on Manan. We don't know where. All I know is how to contact him. There's a Twi'lek named Beck at the Manan soup track. He can set up a meeting between you and Ithrak. Why would Vex set up a meeting between us? Ithrak possesses a merchant as of rare antiquities. It's perfect cover for his real work. It gives him access to rich, powerful families without drawing suspicion. You'll have to convince Vec that you represent a buyer interested in purchasing some rare art from Ithrak. Convince Vec and he'll set up a meeting. The meeting is your one chance to take Ithrak out, but be careful. He'll choose the time and place, and he's not going to leave himself vulnerable. Is there anything else? Just a warning, Raven and Brea, the assignments I've given you are far more difficult than the simple bounties I gave you as your first task. Complete all 3 missions, and you'll have proven yourself to be truly worthy of joining the Geno Harden. As before, you will be rewarded for each successful bounty. You return me after each mission to collect your reward. Is there anything else? Yeah, Lorgel's dead. Yes, Raven and Brea, the agents I sent to watch you reported back concerning Lorgel's death. You should take pride in the job well done. And as promised, here's your reward. A poisoned vibroblade forged exclusively for the use within our guild. It will serve you well, I am sure. Anything else? No! I'll be waiting for you, Raven and Brea. The Geno Harden are eager to see the extent of your abilities. Don't have a job. I wake up, do dishes, play Persona 3, eat, and dick around online, play Persona 3, eat, play Persona 3, or watch you sleep. That's my life at the moment. When I finish Persona 3, I'll probably be online more and watch movies more. Frankly, if I ever get a job, I'll just be doing everything I just said and add that to the mix. I mean, that's life, though. Honestly, that's it. That's all there is. It's just working so you have more of an excuse to sleep and dick around. You know, that's fine. Sometimes you gotta buy stuff for you know? And sometimes you gotta save money for important things. Like bills. And then you gotta complain about your fucking water bill being more. Because your goddamn toilet's leaking.
Oh, it's you again. Good.
You need to get to a fucking hardware store to change your goddamn toilet nuts. Maybe it's to avoid how little I like myself. I was told I have very poor self-image. I've been thinking about that a lot. Yeah, you do, for sure. I kind of don't want to kill the monsters. Is that weird? Is it weird if I don't want to kill the monsters? Maid, you've been here long enough to know, for me to know, that you do not have a great self-image. And also, your sentence included the words, avoid how little I like myself. I'm not illiterate. The evidence of your statement was contained inside of the statement. That was someone because someone told you that today. Ah. Self-confidence is honestly something very few people have, if that makes you feel any better. I'm frozen. Oh, because I paused the game like a fucking idiot. Stop! Stop walking! Why are you running? Anyway, yeah, a lot of people struggle with self-confidence issues. I'd like to help, but I can't. Because I don't. I apologize. Yeah, it is a bit of a bad habit of mine that, like, I tend to describe myself as blunt as a hammer, and it's really good if you need honesty, and really bad if you definitely do not need... Is that Darth Bandon? Y'all, I may have done fucked up. No! The game did not expect me to be here. Holy shit. Part of me is wondering. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Alright, you know what? You know what? Let's see the way this cookie crumbles.
At last, my search is over.
Let's see what happens.
Someone else had killed you and deprived me of the pleasure. You may have defeated the pathetic bounty hunter my master sent after you, but you are no match for me. I have studied at the foot of the Dark Lord himself.
You're a fool if you think you can defeat me.
Your words mean nothing to me, unless you wish to beg for your life. No? Then I shall try to make this both quick and painful.
Is this being restaurant? Go there and skip out. I'm wondering. Like, my big thing is right now, I'm wondering if, like, if I go back to the Ebon Hawk, am I gonna kick into the Leviathan? Like, what's the trigger for the Leviathan? Is it killing Darth Bandon, or is it acquiring the third map? Obviously, we're gonna reload. Obviously, we're gonna reload. But... But I am interested, like, I just want to see what the flag will trigger. Anyway, for the record, I wouldn't describe you as a bitch maid. Yes! Reactivate his fucking droid! Oh wow, this guy killed a crate dragon. What's... I'm gonna kill you, Vron. I just wanted to know where you are. Mostly I just wanted to know where you are. Okay, great. Can we warp back to the... Okay, we're gonna return to the Ebon Hawk. We're gonna return to the Ebon Hawk, and then we're gonna go to Korriban, because I want to see what'll happen. Okay. Alright, so Darth Bandon is not the trigger. But now we know that we need to avoid all the star maps.
You felt it, yes?
Just one out of here. Alright, now let's load the game. We have a quick save at 3446, an auto save at 3453. Okay. So this is pre-Darth Bandon, I think. Yeah, this is pre-Darth Bandon. Unless I have a double-bladed red lightsaber, but I don't think I do. No, so this is not... Okay, so this is pre-Darth Bandon. Alright, so now we know we have to avoid the star maps, or Darth Bandon is just going to appear out of nowhere and be like, what's going on? That wasn't canon? I want to be clear, that wasn't canon. None of that was canon. Nothing you saw that happened. Force lightning, motherfucker. This must be the swoop bike of Vorn Drassad. Remember me. Reactivate the droid, optimize its weaponry, optimize its targeting systems, activate the droid's program, program droid to seek out and attack Vorn Drassad. Once you end this session, the droid will seek out and attack its old master. Once the session's end, your droid program will be locked in. You'll not be able to modify it. What's this? What's going on? What are you doing with my assault droid? I've reprogrammed your droid, Vorn. Turned my own droid against me. Very clever, but it'll take more than a rogue assault droid to take down Vorn Drassad. I could also just force choke you, though. Vorn is dead. Now you have to return to Hollis and collect his bounty. Now we're gonna kill this crate dragon body. Maybe I'll get a crate dragon pearl. Ha ha ha! I didn't. Where am I? Oh, I'm in Sand People territory. This motherfucker was like 5 feet away from me. Do you know how to replace a hard drive? It depends on what you need to replace the hard drive in. There's no need to tamper with Vorn Drassad's swoop bike now. I know how to replace a hard drive in a PC. But if you're asking about like a console or a laptop, then no. I mean, I imagine it's the same principle, to be honest, but especially with like consoles and laptops, there's like layers of complication about like hardware compatibility and stuff that I'm not super sure about. Why? What do you need to replace a hard drive on? I actually, the PC that this like game is playing on and the stream is running on, I actually built myself. So I have some hard drive replacement experience. You want to increase your storage space on the PS4? Yeah, no, I don't really know much about that. I know you can... Getting the data from one to the other is definitely a challenge, though. I know you can do it if you have 2 PS4s. The big issue you would be suffering from is, like, update re-downloading. Thinking cache up 3 data cloud. Well, what data are you worried about? Save data? Because save data is easy. Or are you worried about patches and shit? Because your big issue is if you swap hard drives in your PS4, any of the patches you have are going to be removed. And you're going to have trouble re-downloading that. But if it's save data, you can fix that with a thumb drive. Like that's super. Like a flash drive will fix that problem easily. As for, like, cloud data transfer, yeah, you may need PS Plus for that. But if you're worried about your save data, you can do that with just, like... I found out you have to fucking pay Nintendo for fucking external storage for your goddamn Switch recently. I lost my goddamn mind. They fucking Switch supports micro SD cards, and I'm like, okay, you can use that to keep additional save data on. No, you fucking cannot use that to keep additional save data on. You can use that to keep pictures on, and only goddamn pictures, apparently. You are not allowed to save on a micro SD card. You can fucking save your shit to the goddamn cloud, but you need to pay Nintendo like $30 a month for that. Out goddamn rageous. They have a fucking slot for a memory card, and they don't let you use it for a goddamn memory card. You want to talk about fucking ridiculous. At least goddamn PlayStation and Xbox let you shove your shit in a fucking flash drive. But yeah, I mean... is that Darth Bandon?
At last, my search is over. I was beginning to fear someone else had killed you and deprived me of the pledge you made.
What the fuck? I can't believe... He was just by a fucking campsite. He wasn't even doing anything. Okay. We're gonna have to put a pin in these Geno Harden quests. I wanted to knock them out immediately. We will be putting a pin in these Geno Harden quests until after we kill Darth Bandon. I just want a dramatic... I want to repeat that dramatic scene where you're fucking underwater, like 1,000,000,000,000 leagues under the sea, and there's a fucking Leviathan nearby, and then Darth Bandon's like, oh, hello, I've tracked you all over the galaxy, and you're like, oh, fuck, it's Darth Bandon. And instead, alright, in my playthrough, this little asshole has turned into the fucking Spanish Inquisition. fine. I'll fucking come back later. Jesus Christ. You know what's gonna happen, too, is the thing, is I'm gonna, like, be like, okay, now it's time to work on the Geno Hardin quest, and I'm gonna leave Manon, and then I'm gonna end up on a fucking Sith Dreadnought, and I'm gonna completely forget. Get me the fuck out of here. Get me off this goddamn Wookiee world. That every fucking Star Wars fan seems to love for some reason. Alright, what do I get for heads? I got awareness 4, awareness 2, immunity to poison, dexterity 2, will 2, specialization in blasters, and +2 to all with mind affecting. I think I'm going to hold on for the mask. So really we just need to find out if anyone needs a +2. Yeah, so we'll give the combat sensor to Karth, and then that'll be good. And then what else did we get? This isn't going to take long, don't worry. Strength gauntlets, don't worry about these. Shields, don't worry about those. Armor, don't worry about that. Don't worry about the belts. So the only thing worth looking at is the Geno Hardin Poison Blade. And the Zavrak Cannon. And the Geno Hardin Blaster, Arcanian Pistol, and Arcanian Heavy. Ellis has been hilariously incompetent with the P3 remake. First, they upload the trailer to Instagram like 3 days early, and then they include Switch on the list of platforms and trailer section, but they're supposed to... shit, at this rate, I'm expecting the game to get shipped out. Okay. So the Geno Hardin Poison Blade is bad, actually. Or, I mean, it's really good, but it's worse than the absolute nonsense that is the Bacchus Ceremonial Blade. So we don't need to worry about that. I think we can replace the Arcanian Blaster with an Arcanian Pistol. Ooh. The Geno Hardin Blaster is bad, so that's cool. The Mandalorian Blaster isn't good. Yeah, so 2-9 is what we need to beat. Okay, so you're gonna love this then, Maid. Because I am pretty sure... that we're done. We're done, except for I forgot to give Canderous a belt, apparently. Yeah, we should be done with the equipment. Oh, wait, one more thing we can check. Yeah, we're done. We're done with the equipment. Yeah, everyone's upgraded fully. Great. So that's it. So this isn't a whole stream. We're done now. We did it. We did it. And he never needed equipment again. Oh, no, don't worry. We're definitely gonna be fucking around with equipment again. But we're done for tonight. One thing I do want to see is I got a new data pad. This is a message, though it is unclear if Vorn meant to send it to someone or someone sent it to him. The guild is restless. Geno-hardened agents are hunting. Soon they will come for me, and possibly for you. When they do, I plan to be ready. I'm waiting for the day you stream your stuff playing a dress-up game. I have done that in, like... I mean, like, I've spent a good amount of time playing dress-up games before. Did we crash? No. Like on character creators before. Like, I spent a good amount of time even in, like, Dark Souls character creators. Unless you mean, like, a pure dress-up game. Like, that's the only thing you can do. In which case, most of those are, like, Flash games or pornographic. So neither of those would be great streams. Or you just play one of those paper dolls you can put clothes on. Can you play Flash games before? Kind of, sort of. You can if they're on, like a website or something that, like, supports a Flash workaround, or if you have a program that supports working around Flash workarounds. I feel like reality itself doesn't want me to stream. I knew when the screen went right that it was going to crash like that, because the only other time it did that was, like, the very first time we had a save break. Which is also why you'll notice that I saved in a new slot and then named the save Don't Die. Oh, this'll be delightful. No. No. No, no. 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 Fuck off! This all went wrong when I joined the Gino Harden Guild. They're so skilled at assassination that they're even killing my game. You imagine if he's just on the ship? Like, it doesn't even make any sense. Like, he never spawns on the ship, but for some reason, tonight he's like, hello! It was me! Darth Bandon! I've been here the whole time! Okay, we have a save on the ship post-equipment change. So far, we're okay. Now we just need to make it to Manon, save, and then we can... Once we make it to Manon, actually, once we make it to Manon, we'll have to decide how we're entering the Sith Embassy. Because if we can't do the Gino Carden quest without Darth Bandon appearing out of nowhere, then there's no reason to do any Manon quests. So it will be Sith Embassy time, so we're going to have to decide whether we're going to backdoor or front door Sith Embassy.
How can I help?
What do you need? Talk about...
Alright, he's obsessed with his missing son.
How may I be of a... What is...
Zalbaring it up. Let's talk to Canderous real quick.
Yeah, what do you...
Canderous doesn't have anything to say. When I was on Tatooine, I should have tried to talk to Griff. We'll do that when we do the Gino Harden thing. How about that?
Got something.
You mentioned something about your adventuring days?
Did I say that? Strange the tricks memory plays on you when you get older.
So you weren't an adventurer?
Didn't I say that my past was my affair? You don't see me poking and prodding you with questions, do you?
But you've already said so much, I'm curious.
I'm not here to satisfy your curiosity. No staring at the old man, that's what the sign says, damn it. And besides, you don't really want to hear about me. We're talking ancient history, probably before you were born. History bores kids. Proven fact.
Yeah, well, people love to talk about history. Proven fact.
Oh, fine, fine. Have it your way. Just don't cry about it later. Yes, I was an adventurer. Happy now? I wasn't even done with my Jedi training back then. I had a full head of hair and an eagerness to see absolutely everything. Sound familiar? The Council was never happy with willful, brash Jolie Bindo, you see. Even less so when I began my smuggling career.
You were a smuggler?
Don't look at me like that, damn it. I wasn't always the wrinkled coat.
Did he take a blaster bolt to the knee? No, he just decided... He got really sad and decided to live at the bottom of Kashyyyk in the Shadowlands where all the Wookiees are afraid of going.
Keep his people starving and poor.
And then they were like, we don't like you. And then he lived there for 20 years. And then they were like, you know what? We can tolerate you because we're kind of scared of you now.
I found myself a ship and a partner. And we began smuggling food and supplies to the Yukata citizenry through the blockade.
Where did you get the credits for all the supplies?
Well, we didn't buy all the equipment per se. Some were happy to donate.
Jolie Bindo is one of my favorite characters in this entire game, to be fair. Like, this man is great. See, another issue with, like, Juhani is, like, she's a Jedi, Jolie Bindo's a Jedi, Bastila's a Jedi. If you had to create a party of all Jedi, I mean, someone's got to get left behind, right?
Stole is such a harsh word. They would have donated those goods readily enough if they were compassionate. I considered it a tax on the greedy. We only got caught once. A lone Yukatish frigate shot us down and forced a crash landing. I thought the Force had abandoned me, as I remember.
What happened then?
Well, as it happens, getting shot down turned out to be very fortunate. That day was the day
That was the day you what?
Well, that was the day I met my wife.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. When you're digging through the trash, you shouldn't be surprised when you encounter something unpleasant. If it's all the same to you, I'd prefer to stop talking now. My mouth is starting to draw flies. Got something up?
Another issue kind of with Juhani is, like, the bulk of her story is over by the time she joins your party. Like, her big gimmick was, I was a Padawan, my teacher is an eccentric asshole who got me to go dark side, and then left before I could be returned to the light side. And, like, that's her story, right? Other than that, she's like, yeah, I had racism against me. And it's like, sure, but, like, that's not a yarn, right? That's not a backstory. I mean, Zalbar had racism against him, and so did fucking Mission, and that's not their whole fucking story. I love that Bastila just has a computer of 1. I can see that being something I just thought was hilarious at the time. And I still do! Alright, we're looking at a feat for Bastila. Oh, Master Jedi Defense. Yeah, especially as we're getting into the end of Bastila. Give her a stasis field or a force wave? Oh, gotta be force wave, because that's neutral, right? Yeah. Get Jolie to treat injury 10. Get his feats up. Jolie has max dueling already. Start pumping his Jedi defense. That's not a bad idea. Start giving him implants. But no, I'm thinking pumping Jedi defense is probably practical. As for powers, give him stasis field. And he has destroy droid. So that's pretty good. Yeah, give him stasis field. That's good. That's good.
I'm here.
Alright, now we have to decide front door or back door on the Sith. Well, how are we doing this? If we're gonna do back door, we're as close as we need to be. I'm thinking front door. I think we might do front door. And I'm going to say why we're going to do front door. Because I genuinely do not think I have ever gone through the front door. I should save. Here's what I should do. I should save in slot 4. I think every single time I have ever played this game, I have never gone to the Sith Embassy because I think I've never gone that far left. Like I think this might, like I knew that there was a Sith Embassy, but like I don't think I've ever been to the Swoop Arena before. Like I think I always somehow avoid the Sith Embassy. So I'm gonna walk through the front goddamn door of this building. I'm gonna walk in and be like, "What's going on? My name is Raven Umbrea. These are my friends Jolie Bindo and cannot tell you her name." That's why I chose the track team in P3. I've never done track, only kendo. Yeah, I'm also a kendo chooser as well. Does it make a difference? I don't even think it makes a difference, does it? I don't think it changes like P4 does. Yeah, so you have to turn left from the Geno Harden guy, and I genuinely think my dumb little kid brain never found this entire area of the game, and I think this is the first time I've ever seen this zone. I think it's the first time I've ever seen the stone, first time I ever did the swoop races. I think this is the first time I've ever been here, so this is... Kazushi's social link's the same with... Yeah, I figured. So I think this is the first opportunity I've ever had to walk through the front door. So I'm gonna go walk through this goddamn front door. We're gonna see what happens. Hello? I'm gonna walk through your front door. Excuse me. I wasn't expecting the door to open.
I know you. You're the arbiter in the murder trial. Elasa was a friend of mine. If there's any justice in the galaxy, they'll feed sunray to the Phyrexians. Shouldn't you be preparing for the trial? What are you doing here?
I want to ask you some questions.
You can ask, but I doubt you'll get many answers you'll like.
Do you know about the Sunry case?
I know he'd already be tried, convicted, and executed if the Selkath knew anything about justice. But the fish people are as weak as the Republic when it comes to such matters. Is there anything else?
Why is the Republic hiring so many mercenaries?
Who knows? Some scheming plot, no doubt. Hopefully the Selkath uncover it and ban the Republic from the planet. Is there any...
Why have the Sith taken such an interest in Selkath youth?
I haven't the faintest clue as to what you're talking about. Is there...
No.
Go. Stay. Doesn't matter. I know you.
I have business with the Sith.
Ha! We know who we have business with. If you don't know how to get in, then we don't want anything to do with you. Now back off.
I have this pass card.
If you have a pass, why are you bothering...
Very well then.
I know you.
I know the passcode.
Oh, really? You mean someone like you actually has some real purpose inside? Well then, what is it?
Zeta 245698 Alpha.
Yes, well, I suppose you really do have some business here. Head on in.
Ha ha! I've used every method to enter this building all at once for no reason.
You there. I don't recognize you. How did you get in here?
I have the passcode.
Your passcode is out of date, and I don't recognize you at all. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough. Commander Gran, report to the security desk immediately.
Y'all are gonna die.
You authorized this person to enter. I don't know them, and their identification doesn't match up. They're spies.
What? Sound the alarm! Droids, destroy them!
You had such an opportunity to survive.
Now you get it.
So be it.
Well, I am now attacking the Sith base. If I had used Force Persuade, it may have prevented her from going crazy. Well, she had a nerve enhancement package. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the nerve enhancement package actually prevents you from being mind affected. Yeah, they mentioned that they have implants that prevent mind affectedness. Like, prevent you from being mind affected. So I assumed she had one, which is why I didn't go for the Force Persuade. And then she dropped one when she died. So I'm very much assuming she was immune to Force Persuasion. So I think this turns... I think you aggro them no matter what. Alright, we got a mine. Door has been permanently sealed. They welded that bastard. You know, I have lightsabers. Technically, nothing is permanently sealed.
Never too old for this. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got.
I have water pump analysis. Commander Haskell, in regards to the system in place to the water from the ocean to the thermal heaters, what were you thinking? What made you put that airlock mechanism on the only other path to the north side of the base? Now everyone has to know how to cycle the water out of one room and into an adjoining one for each of the 3 rooms in sequence without accidentally flooding the room they're in. We lost 7 troopers this week. Next time I'm there, you better show me how to do it properly. I can't afford to lose any more of my aides while trying to get to the Cellcath. Adjutant, sorry sir, but we had to change the pump mechanism since one of these fish people swam into one of the intakes outside. The external flow controls push the water into the chambers north and south only now. The flow controls on the inside wall switches the water between the east and west. The trick now is to push the water to the north and south extremes, then switch the water to the east-west to walk through. The meters by the flow control panels show if there's water in the adjacent room. We've also installed life form detection centers, so there shouldn't be any more aid problems. We're trying to get the system passed as quickly as possible, sir, but the Cellcath authorities monitoring our base have made this much more difficult. I'm sorry, sir. We had a fish person swim into our intake valve. We had to create a complicated lever mechanism that tends to flood the room people are in and keeps drowning their troopers. It was the only solution. Oh, God! Alright, you motherfuckers, you want to play the Force Lightning game? My dark side powers are better than your dark side powers. Okay. Oh, I wonder if the glitch is caused by still having combat actions to take when combat ends. Alright, I got the data module. Which is technically what we're here for. But if we're going to destroy the Sith base, we're going to destroy the Sith base right. Ooh! Computer use +6. The best and most expensive of its type available. This retractable probe allows droid access to higher programming functions of any computer terminal. Security +4. The model of security breaker is no longer a production. It was an effective option before the factory of Toshin Grant took over the market. A droid must have basic security software paid points into the skill to benefit from this item. Yo, hello. And that comes with a Jedi Master robe, which means we can swap out Jolie Bindo's dark Jedi Knight robe for a Jedi Master robe. Now y'all are dressed snazzy in identical brown robes. Yeah, I think that is what causes it. I think what causes the glitch... It only took us 50 fucking hours into this game to figure it out. I think what is causing the glitch is that I have an action queued when combat ends. Hello, Ravenwick. How are you doing tonight? Nope. It's Revenwick. That's fun. That's a fun name. I could pump Jedi Defense. Let's go, you know what? Let's go Critical Strike, maybe. Because I don't think you get more attacks, right? With higher levels of Flurry? No, you don't. Although, we're level 17, we only get 3 more of these. So maybe we should go Jedi Defense. Or Toughness. But Jedi Defense is just flat bonuses. I don't really need that. So yeah, let's go Critical Strike. And then we only get 3 more powers, so we gotta make them count. We're gonna need Force Storm. We're gonna need Death Field. Max level is 20 in this game. So those are 2 powers right there. We're gonna need Force Storm and we're gonna need Death Field. So if this is level 17... we have 2 additional powers to gain. And if we have 2 additional powers to gain, Force Suppression might be the beneficial one. Or we could go throw lightsaber. We could go throw lightsaber. Right? Level 17, throw lightsaber. Level 18, Force Storm. Level 19, Death Field. Level 20, Advanced Throw Lightsaber. Right? Does that track? Does that math add up to everyone? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that tracks. Okay. That didn't prevent the glitch. Anyway, yeah, I think in KOTOR 2, max level is 35. Might be 30, might be 35. In this game, it's definitely 20. As we've talked about before, like a bunch before, that is a death room. As we've talked about a bunch before, KOTOR uses 3.5 because of the open gaming license. And 20th level is the, like, tip of the iceberg for, like, basic... for, like, a basic play. Slice computer, view East Barracks. Explode it. Because once you get past level 20, you enter what's known as epic levels. Security room. Let's go ahead and disable the force field. Corrupt the droid's targeting computer. And... yeah, let's do that. Security room. Let's just go ahead and blow the computer up. Always a classic. Security reception. Slice failed, spike rejected. Fair enough. Training room. We got some cell cath. No reason to blow that up. Steam control room. That's me. Don't explode that. Disassembly room. Let's go ahead and corrupt the droid targeting computer. Let's go ahead and destroy the sentry droids. Always good. Always good. Let's download an area schematic. Perfect, and then let's log out. You two should heal each other.
Yes?
What?
Good job. Next time, just be immune to poison, dipshits. Raven, you're the one who gives us our equipment. Why didn't you give us breath masks? I don't know. Breath controls a force power. Why didn't you fucking use it? I love that the droids were incapable of harming each other, so they just ended up standing back to back looking at each other aggressively. Breath Mask also looks dumb. Do you see the live-action One Piece? It looked shockingly not terrible. No, I didn't. I know everyone's, like, talking about it, but I have not seen it. I know I've heard... I almost called him Oda. Is that right? Why is my brain floundering on the creator? Is it Oda? It is Oda. It is Oda, yeah. I've heard Oda was involved. But that didn't fucking mean anything. Sometimes like... Because they had... I think they had the creator of fucking... Yeah, they had the creator of fucking... Bebop. Working on the fucking Bebop show. And then they're like, yeah, I showed up, they shat over my ideas, and then I left the building, and then they made that abomination. So who fucking knows? I don't think a One Piece live action, like, of every fucking manga, One Piece live action? Are you kidding me? What a bizarre choice. Like, it doesn't sound like it would work on paper. This little fucking Dark Jedi immediately jumped out of nowhere and tried to Dark Jedi me. But what he doesn't know is that I have all the Dark Jedi powers. Check out my Force Lightning. And my Force Lightning. I'm the good guy. You know that because I have to keep reminding everyone. Like, Death Note's live-action Netflix movie had no resemblance to Death Note. You know how I think you could make one of these work? Is you could take the IP and, like, the ideas presented in the story, and then you could tell a story that's, like, sat in the same universe, or, like, a movie-esque universe, but not centered around the main cast, right? So, like, I'm trying to think of an anime that would have, like, a really good property that you could actually make this work with. Like, use the setting. Like, what I'm saying is you could use the setting.
Warning. Warning.
Wait, how does this work? But yeah, I'm saying you could use the setting instead of the characters, and you might be able to get it to work that way.
Warning. Activating.
How does the flooding work? Okay, so there is water in this chamber. That should be the exit door. Why can I not move? Okay.
What can I do?
I think this door is glitched.
What?
Thank you! Open this fucking door. Are you okay with back seating? Yeah, I'm fine with back seating.
Warning.
That did not work. To clarify, what I am doing right now is completely goddamn pointless. I just wanted a straight hallway where there's no water in it. I think everyone in this building is already dead. Oh, hold up. What if I fill this chamber with water? Okay, that one's malfunctioning. So this chamber's filled with water. This chamber's not filled with water, but I can't fill that one. Can I fill this one with water? So water can fill this chamber. No. It's not clear what's happening there.
Warning. Warning. Water transfer proceeding.
Okay. Well, that didn't work. Okay. Huh. What if I go all the way around? What if this is failing because I'm going backward? Also, just looking at this map, I'm not sure if there's... Okay, we haven't been to the training annex. Just to clarify, I'm like, I think everyone's dead, but... I just wanted a hallway without water in it. You open one door, you fill the opposite hallway with water. You go to that door you just filled with water, and then use the control panel on the side. I think the thing is I'm not fully clear what the panels do. Right? So if we open this door, there's no water. There should be water in every other... So really what I need to do is fill this room with water. Okay, well this room needs no water in it. So now this room has no water. Now this room has water. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, is this one of those... Is this just an elaborate... Is this just an elaborate box puzzle? Where when you select one square, it selects the adjacent squares? Is that how this works? Is this just a box puzzle? Oh, this is just a box puzzle. Wow. Okay. Alright. Okay, then. So what I basically need to do... Well, okay, so normally when you do box puzzles, I don't do them on the outside. So if I have the outer squares selected, and I have the inner squares selected, then I need to somehow select the inner squares. No, that panel's currently malfunctioning.
Warning.
But if I select this square, then this hallway empties. And then that room empties. So I need that room empty. So what I need to do is open this. What's the worst puzzle you've ever done? Silent Hill 1, jelly beans. Then I click this. This empties. these two fill. Now these two are occupied. This one is empty. This one is filled. If I open this door, then that room fills with water. Nope, this panel is malfunctioning. I might not be able to do this. Like, I think I could now. I think I can get over. I don't think that's the well, no, you'd have to be able to, right? You'd have. Well, no, because you could fill the water behind you. No, because there's no panels behind you. So you do have to be able to do this. Okay. So if I activate this one. Well, hold on. Okay, so my main issue is that this door has water. Oh, but I can't activate this because there's no door puzzle here. Well, what the fuck? Which means I need this room to be filled with water when I unfill this room with water. No, that wouldn't solve the problem either. Which means that I basically need this door. This hallway needs to be cleared of water.
Warning.
Which means I need to fill that room with water, right? No. Yes? Well, it doesn't matter if that room's filled with water or anyway. Basically, I need to drain that. Well, that panel's currently malfunctioning. So what I need to do is I need to fill this room. I need to get this room drained of water while this room is filled with water. So I need to fill this room with water. This makes sense. I think this makes sense. Open this door. And then... Nope, because this room, that panel is malfunctioning.
Warning.
I may have fucked this puzzle up by going in backward. I want to reiterate, this is a complete goddamn waste of my time right now. Yeah, I would definitely say it's probably a Silent Hill puzzle. For sure. It is probably the Jelly Bean one. Alright, so basically I need that one to be drained of water. If I select that one and drain that one of water... And then, if I drain this of water...
Warning. Active. Warning.
Y'all, I give up. I don't fucking care anymore. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I don't have time for this, alright? I'm not gonna spend the entire stream fucking around with some water. I'm just gonna walk in, I'm gonna choke a man to death with my light side powers, and then leave. Sorry. I'm gonna choke a small child to death with my light side powers and leave. You know how it be sometime. Tell Shasa, the Sith. This tortured Selkath was holding some sort of token. Hello, Shasa. Intruder, should we sound the alarm, Shasa? No, wait. We cannot always be running to Masters for help. We shall handle this on our own. Perhaps this is the test the Sith have prepared us for. What are you doing here? Only Masters and apprentices are allowed here. I'm Raven Umbrea. Shalis has me investigating the disappearance of young Selkath. I told you your father would get suspicious, Shasa. He always hated the Sith. My father doesn't understand. He's blinded by his own prejudice. The Sith are teaching us mastery of the Force. Our alliance with the Sith will bring strength to Manan and to the Selkath people. The Sith are evil. What they told you was a lie. Republic propaganda. The Sith are victims of lies and half-truths. They are not monsters, no more so than the Republic. The Sith have promised to guide us in the use of the Force, as a sign of their good faith, and once the Republic is defeated, the Sith promise to withdraw from Manan and respect our independence. Whoops. If the Republic is defeated, the Sith will enslave your planet. Spare us your lies. The Sith have treated us with nothing but respect and honor. You speak as if we are prisoners here, but we can leave whenever we wish. Our friend Gallus chose to leave, and he has returned safely to his home in Otto City. Shasa, what if they speak the truth? Remember what happened at Terrace. Terrace is nothing but a Republic lie. If the Sith are such monsters, then prove it to us. Surely there is some sort of evidence of the horrors they commit. I mean, I found a young Selkath dying from torture here. He gave me this. Shasa, this is the pin I gave to Gallus when we were children. There's blood on it. You could have found this anywhere. For all we know, you killed Gallus. The Sith tortured him to death, Shasa. You know it's true. Shasa, I believe them. How else could they have found this pin? I didn't want to believe it, but I no longer deny what I know to be true. Gallus is dead, and the Sith are responsible. I must apologize for doubting you. The Sith are truly as evil as you have claimed. We must report this to the Otto City authorities. Yes, we must report this at once. We thank you, human, for showing us the truth. You have saved us from a terrible mistake. Quickly, my friends, we can stay no longer. We must flee this foul embassy and warn our people against the plot to corrupt the Manan youth. We did it! And we got some light side points to counteract all the dark side points I've been getting from all the people I've been murdering. Hey, you want to keep a republic? Sometimes you gotta crack a few eggs, huh? Hey! Apparently this little Selkath apprentice didn't get the memo. Hey! Sometimes you gotta murder a few children to overthrow a galactic empire. I don't know why I started talking like that.
How did you get in here? Wait. I recognize you.
Do you?
Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Terrace alive. He has promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
Master, give us the honor of aiding you in destroying this enemy of the Sith.
As you wish, my eager apprentices. We shall remove this thorn from Malak's side once and for all.
Alright. I'm not afraid to murder children.
Ah!
I have to say that, like, if there was any tension in this campaign at all, it evaporated the second I learned Force Skill. Now I just kind of hold up my hand and strangle a room full of people to death. With my light side powers. Dark Jedi Master robes. That's going on Jolie. I have apparently locked my companions in the water room. That is going to be causing... Well, I guess I will have to solve the water room puzzle then, won't I? I was like, we're not going to solve this water room puzzle? Never mind. I've left my people in a fucking water grave. And that data pad, I bet you... These appear to be personal notes to the Dark Jedi Master in charge of the Sith base of Manam. Seems the Sith have been trying to turn impressionable young Selkath over to the dark side. After reading the lengthy progress reports on this topic, it seems the final plan was to use these young Selkath to overthrow the current government and install a puppet government that the Sith would dominate. So I never got what I was looking for here, which was the information about the Sunry murder case. I was told to go in the Sith embassy. And find it. They said Sith and Republic embassy, but I didn't get any Sith embassy records. All I got was the Republic Embassy records. Oh! I solved the puzzle! How the fuck did I solve the puzzle? When did I do this? How did I do that? I swear I did... What? When? When? I refuse to believe I solved this puzzle. I think the game solved the puzzle for me. I fucking refuse. Piss off, game. Which is even dumber, because that means my companions didn't get, stuck in a room where I sealed them in with a bunch of water. They got stuck in a room where there was no water. Like, they were in the empty hallway. Alright. No, is there anything in the Sith base about Sunray? Okay. Alright. Well, we're about to get arrested, for sure, is I think what's about to happen. So let's go ahead and save at slot 3, which is here on Manon, apparently. Leave. Get arrested. Then we'll officiate a murder trial. You there, human. You are placed under arrest of the Adi City Authority. What? Why? Though the Sith Embassy here is considered sovereignty of the Sith Empire, we've been monitoring an alarming number of weapon discharges and detonations from within the base. Inquiries to the staff of the embassy yielded no response. It would seem that contact has been cut. Our cameras recorded you entering the base shortly before contact was lost, and fighting apparently began. It is the conclusion of the Otto City Civil Authority that your responses for the disturbance here, and you are hereby placed in arrest. You will come with us and await your trial. As material witnesses, the individuals who accompany you will be detained at your vessel, and the vessel itself prohibited from leaving Manon. We will leave. Do not attempt to resist, or we shall resort to overwhelming force. Overwhelming is not a standard you are capable of supplying, but I will comply regardless. Greetings, human. I'm called Biwalas. I have selected as arbiter for your duration of your trial. What have I been charged with? You've been charged with initiating violence with the Sith Embassy, murdering members of the Ambassadorial Commission of the Sith Empire, and disregarding your own laws regarding violence in Otto City. How will you get me free? I would like to first ask you a few questions regarding the events that led up to your arrest. I've already been given all the relevant data on you and your companions, so that can be discarded. For what reason did you enter the Sith Embassy? I had authorization to enter. Indeed, I find that unlikely, Offworlder, but perhaps the judge will be more sympathetic to your view. What is your prior association with your Sith? I'm on... I killed him wherever I can find him. I am humbled by your candor. While I'm sure that you see yourself as a noble sentiment, I doubt those assigning your sentence will be so generous. That should be all the information I require you. For now, if you wish, we can begin the trial whenever you're ready. Don't you need to ask me more questions? I have all the information you need. We should proceed now. The judges are waiting. How do you expect to defend me without getting more information? I think this trial is relatively straightforward. It should be obvious to the judges what's transpired. I think I'd rather represent myself. While that is your right, I strongly recommend it. I am versed in all the necessary particulars of this case, and so get the law, Offworlder. You should do well to heed my advice. No, I'll represent myself. You Offworlders are not known for your mental prowess. I shall leave your demise up to you. While your high standing among Offworlders in Manon may bring you some leniency from them, being a successful swoop rider brings you no credit here, human. You stand accused of grievous murder of many Sith and extensive property damage to their embassy here. How do you plead? I don't plead, I tell, is a hilarious response. I think there is... Honestly, I'm just gonna... Because I don't want to fuck this up, and I don't care. You can be sentenced to death if you lie to them or admit your guilt once the trial is over. It doesn't say how to get out. Plead not guilty. Say you were searching for Selkith use as part of the Kidnap Selkith use side quest. Show the judges the datapad you got from inside. If you didn't collect the datapad, you'll need to tell the Sith offered a job, and when they refuse, they attack you, or you were there for diplomatic negotiations and they attack you. That's fine. Not guilty. Let the record show that the trial is commenced. Presiding judges are Shelkar, Josa, Nelishkin, Kota, and Dula. This trial is to determine the culpability and punishment of the individual in the recent assault on the Sith embassy. Given the severity of this trial, we can dispense with the normal formalities of court and proceed directly. You have pleaded not guilty, yet there are reports of weapons fire and detonation from within the Sith embassy. You were seen entering and leaving the embassy. The Sith have not conferred with the authorities about this matter, but from all available evidence, it would seem that you are the source of the disturbance. What is your explanation for being in the Sith embassy? I was killing Sith, it's simple. I was investigating the disappearance of young Selketh. You believe that the Sith have had something to do with those disappearances. The Offworlder has probably been listening to Shellus and his rumor mongering. Most likely. Do you have any proof to back up your assumption, human? Have the Sith been implicated? I have this datapad as proof that the Sith are up to no good. Let it be noted that the court has taken new evidence into consideration. This is most disturbing. The court will adjourn for a brief period to verify this evidence and discuss its importance. We have verified this is indeed a Sith datapad, indicating their complicity in the plot to overthrow the lawful government of Manan. In gratitude for having discovered this heinous offense, all charges against you regarding this incident will be dropped. Pending a suitable penalty against the Sith, their embassy is considered off-limits to all auto security personnel. That's fine, I'm not going back in anyway. No calls or incidents from the base will be attended to. This matter is dealt with until they are no longer subject to the protections of Selkith law. You have been found innocent, may leave as you desire. This trial is now over. Yeah, bitches! Not guilty. That's my name.
Manan should treat us Sith better. Their day of reckoning approaches. The Selkath have forgotten the lesson of Taurus. Perhaps we should remind them.
Maybe you should.
Why can't the Selkath see what the Sith are really like? They should ban them all from this planet.
Bum 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 bum. Fum 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 fum. 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 Alright, Sunry, we gotta have a discussion, you and me.
Joey, coming to check in on an old man? I must confess, I would rather you were here to speak to the warden and begin my trial. Soon, old friend. We don't want to go to trial until we've got the whole picture. Oh, I grow weary of staring at these four bare walls. But I suppose you know what you're doing. You know, the role of arbiter cannot be taken lightly.
Alright, there's a few things we have to clear up.
Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
Alright. The judges said you left after the shot was fired.
How would they know? They weren't there. You should...
Alright, a few things we have to clear up. There's a Rhodian who planted evidence at the murder scene.
A Rhodian? I didn't know there were any Rhodians on Manan. Oh, except for Tyvark and this one named Glupar who's hanging around the hotel all the time. Okay, so maybe there are a whole bunch of Rhodians on Manan. But what does that matter? If he planted evidence at the scene, it's a clear sign of a frame-up. He probably took all the evidence of the real killer at the same time. The evidence of a Sith conspiracy keeps getting stronger, doesn't it? I suspect there's still stuff you want to clear up. Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
I know you're guilty, Sunry. I have a Republic data recording.
So the truth is that I never meant to kill her, you know. When I found out she was a Sith spy using me to gain information, something inside me just snapped. She didn't know I had found out. So I waited until she fell asleep. And then I killed her. Simple, really. But once I realized what I'd done, I panicked. I contacted those spies from the Republic to help me. I found the illegal monitoring device that the Sith had planted in the room, altered its recording to hide my part in it, and cleared up the evidence. I figured that was the end of it.
But the Sith found out the truth, didn't they?
The Sith must have been spying on me and Alasa, trying to make sure she wasn't a double agent. They must have seen the Republic spies getting rid of all the evidence, so they planted their own evidence. Alasa must have stolen that hero's cross from me long ago and given it to her Sith masters like some kind of trophy. I just thought I'd misplaced it. But when the cross turned up on her body, I knew the Sith had put it there. So, now you know the whole story. What are you going to do?
You're guilty, Sunry. Confess.
You think I'm some kind of monster, don't you? All I did was kill a Sith. How many Sith have you killed? Dozens? Hundreds? Thousands?
Probably thousands.
That's different, Sunry, and you know it. We don't kill them in cold blood while they sleep. I don't see how the two of us are any different. She was a spy. She was using me to get information so Malik's army could destroy the Republic. She deserved to die.
Killing your lover while she sleeps is murder, even if she is a Sith.
If I confess, I'm looking at 20 years in prison. And the Otto City officials might even place Kolto sanctions on the Republic Embassy. Without Kolto, how can we treat the injuries to our soldiers on the front lines?
Those are just excuses, Sunry. We both know you have to own up to your crimes.
No, I can't do that. And put the Republic's supply of Kolto in danger. No, I won't. Look, I may have done something stupid, and it may only be worse for my standing by it, but I will not confess. If you turn me in, the Republic will likely lose its Kolto export privileges, and then we'll lose the war for sure. Are you going to send all those thousands, millions like Taurus to their deaths just for your sense of justice? Sunry, this is wrong, and you know it. I am a Jedi. What is it that you expect me to do to defend your actions? You do whatever you have to, Jolie. I know what I did, but I also know what's at stake here. No, I'll rot in here if I have to. I won't betray the Republic. Do what you have to, but know what the consequences will be. No.
All right. What is it I can do for you now? I want to begin Sunry's trial. Are you certain, human? Once the trial is begun, it cannot be stopped, and once judgment given, the case can never be opened. You must be certain your investigations are complete before you request a trial. This is the role of arbiter. Are you sure you wish to begin the trial now? Yep, let's begin the trial. Very well, human. I shall advise the court, and we'll begin immediately. Let the record show the trial of Sunry versus Otto City Authority has commenced. Presiding judges are Shelkar, Josa, Nalakshin, Kota, and Dula. This trial is to determine the culpability of Sunry in the death of the Sith Alyssa. Representing Sunry in his defense is a matter of Jedi order. Do you have any opening statements? Sunry is guilty of murder. I have this recording as proof. Recording? Let this new evidence be entered in the records. This new evidence is most convincing. Yes, it seems to be. This shortens the trial considerably. In light of the new evidence, there's no need to proceed with witnesses or cross-examinations. This court hereby finds Sunry guilty of murder of Sith Alyssa. In accordance with Selkith law, and prescribed punishment for murder is death. The verdict has been delivered. This trial is now over.
This is the will of the court, but it doesn't feel like justice to me.
Remove the guilty party from this courtroom.
No!
All right. How you feeling, Jolie?
Something on your mind.
So what do you think of Sunry's verdict?
You did what was necessary. Sunry was guilty. As sad as that fact makes me, justice had to be done. Doesn't matter that his victim was a Sith or that he was once a hero. I only wish that my old friend hadn't done it. But that's the thing about wishes. They don't come true. And now Sunry's dead, which is a shame. He was a good man, you know, once. I don't want to talk about this anymore. My jaw aches. Got something.
You mentioned about your wife before?
I don't want to talk about that.
Sorry, maybe we can talk about it later.
Maybe, but I doubt it. I'm I'm made stubborn that way. Got something?
I don't mean to pry, but
Yes, you do. You may mean well enough, but my
I wanted to try.
just that. Private. Let me tell you something. Once you've lived as many years as I have, you'll have yourself a long, long list of memories. If you're lucky, most of them will be good. If you're not, some will be bad. If you're really unlucky, some will be so bad you'll never want to be reminded of them again, ever. You'll go far away, to a place that doesn't hold any memories at all. And there you'll be happy just to forget and be forgotten.
Is that why you went to Kashyyyk?
Partly, maybe. I doubt I could ever explain it to you fully, even if I wanted to. Let me ask you this. Have you ever been in love? Truly in love, I mean, and not simple infatuation.
Well,
Exactly. You're still at the beginning of your life. There will be men in your life, perhaps many men. But if
Many
you're
men
fortunate, you'll
wish
find
death
love
upon me.
once. The
Blood in my
Jedi,
eyes
with
and
their
I
damnable
can't see.
sense of over-caution, would tell you love is something to avoid. Thankfully, anyone who's even partially alive knows that's not true.
aren't you worried about the dark side at all?
Love doesn't lead to the dark side. Passion can lead to rage and fear, and can be controlled. But passion is not the same thing as love. Controlling your passions while being in love, that's what they should teach you to beware. But love itself will save you, not condemn you. Listen to me go on as if I had all the answers. What do I know of love anymore? I'm just a lonely old man who's not even a Jedi.
No, I want to hear what you have to say.
You do you? I wouldn't listen too closely. I'm no authority on anything. I just think that the greatest things in life shouldn't be avoided because they come with a few complications. Love causes pain, certainly. Inevitably, love is going to lead to as much sorrow and regret as it does joy. I suppose there are perfect, eternal loves out there, but I haven't seen any. And how do you deal with the bad part of love is what determines your character. What determines the dark side's hold over you.
You don't think love can work?
I suppose it could. It would take a strong person to make that kind of commitment, I think. Someone with a great sense of self. I'll tell you one thing. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, you and the one you love simply aren't meant to be together. The trick is to know when that is. To know when it's time to fight and when it's time to part ways. There I go, waxing philosophical again. Somebody blast me already. Let's get going before I start talking in riddles, damn it. Got something on...
See? And all we ever get from Juhani is, oh, I'm from Terrace and it sucks. This is why no one uses Juhani. It's locked. What a way for the game to be like, you're done. It's over. Give up. Is there anyone else to do? Gina Harden, Gina Harden, Gina Harden, Gina Harden. There is a cantina somewhere. That's Noko Bolwas. That's Shalis. Have you returned? Have you information me? Have you discovered the fate of the missing Selkath youth? Have you news of my daughter Shalisa? I have information for you, Shalis. Excellent, you've done well. What have you learned? The Sith are training Selkath youths in the ways of the Dark Jedi. Yes, this makes sense. It did wonder, it is a wonder I did not see this before. Manon's greatest strength is our neutrality. If Malik brainwashes our youth and indoctrinates them in the ways of the Sith, he'll have a strong following among Selkath people, strong enough to seize control of Manon and our Kolto. My daughter Shasa, she too has been indoctrinated into the Sith camp. I've convinced your daughter to turn her back on the Sith ways. Human, if you speak the truth, I am forever in your debt, and yet my joy is tempered by knowledge that the Sith will still walk freely upon Manon. Hopefully the testimony of my daughter will be enough proof of their actions to make Otto City authorities take action. I hope so. You've done well for me, Human. Here are the credits I promised you. I only wish I had more to give. Keep your credits, Chalice. A Jedi has no need of such rewards. You refuse my reward? Truly, human, you are a noble breed. Perhaps my species underestimated your kind.
Hey, kid. That was a good thing you did there. Almost brought a tear to this old man's eye.
That was a truly noble act. The Jedi Council would be pleased.
Please excuse me now, human. I must go speak to the Manon authorities about the Sith plot and what they've done to my beloved daughter. Booyah, light side. Yeah, we're so good. We're the light sideiest. I should just... Part of me just wants to cheat for light side points now, though. Have you news? No, I'm still looking into it. I will solve your problem, Nico, Nolka, whatever your fucking name is.
Have you managed to retrieve the data from our droid in the Sith base?
Yep, here it is.
Excellent. It does not appear to have been tampered with, so the Sith did not manage to copy its contents yet. And now for your information. We are not supposed to speak of this, but since you are a Jedi and we have exhausted all the other options, I think I can entrust you with this. As you know, the Republic is fighting for its very existence against the evil of the Sith Empire. As you also undoubtedly know, we're doing very poorly. We need much in the way of supplies and material to stem the tide of battle and bring us victory. Manon is the sole source of Kolto, the most powerful medical substance in the galaxy. Frankly, we need as much of it as we can get.
What has the Republic done?
The Selkath conservatives, with their neutrality treaties, seek to treat the Sith and the Republic equally. This includes Kolto exports, but a few more far-sighted Selkath see that if the Sith are ever allowed to win, the galaxy will be plunged into darkness, and there would be nothing to stop them from taking Manon anyway. So we made a deal.
What sort of deal?
We recently began construction of a secret underground facility to harvest Kolto directly at its source. We also hope to one day be able to synthesize it effectively. Current techniques are insufficient for the task, so we must mine it for now. The amount we take would hardly be noticed, since most is lost naturally before it reaches the surface anyway. We were nearing completion of the base when the digging teams reported some sort of obstruction. An ancient building or artifact, possibly your star map. Transmissions from the base were cut off abruptly after that, and we haven't heard from the station since.
What happened down there?
We don't know. We just don't know. As you may have noticed, we're hiring a lot of mercenaries around here. Ostensibly, they're to be shipped off-world to aid in our fight against the Sith, but they're really for another purpose. When we lost contact with the station in the Rackard Rift, we sent our contingent of Republic soldiers down to investigate. None returned. We've tried hiring mercenaries and sending them down as well, but none of those expeditions have returned either. The reason we really sent that droid underwater, and the reason we needed its data back so badly, was to find out what happened to the Rackard Rift station. But now that we have the data back, our operation is in no danger of exposure to the Sith. And now I must live up to my end of the bargain.
What will you do for me?
I took the liberty of having a submarine prepared for your departure. Merely use this card to get past the door behind our Kolto packing room and enter the sub therein. It has been programmed to take you down to the station, and also to take you back up should you need something. I would send soldiers to assist you, but we've lost many of ours, and nearly exhausted the mercenary population of this planet. The soldiers we have are barely enough to keep this base secure. The Sith have also noted our interest and begun to bribe mercenaries away from us. Please, find out what happened to the facility. There may be some survivors left down there. Perhaps even the head scientist, Kono Nolan. Good luck in your efforts.
Hell yes. And with that, we're going to save the game. And we're going to turn the... Oh my god, I still had Gizka back then. We're going to save the game. We're going to end the stream. That was way more than you would have expected us to do, right? It was way more. That was like a 2-hour stream that I pulled out of my ass when I was supposed to have ended my stream. When I should have been ending my stream, and I did a 2-hour stream. So honestly, that's pretty good. That's pretty good with the recent schedule. Surprise, I guess. I kind of just really felt like it. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here. We will be back Friday with more of this. I don't think I have to show up to a podcast. No, thank fucking Christ. Goddamn. So yeah, hopefully you had a good time. I did. I've been Sacrabalic, your envoy of hope, and this has been KOTOR. Bye-bye.